So that's good.
Wait, you should make an I believe premise.
Make it I believe. No, I'm not gonna do that shit. That'd be funny. God, if I did an I believe premise, that'd be such a fucking troll. Like, oh my god.
Hey, Leech, remember, this nigga does own the server.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we can just start now. The like dude's recording. So, you're aware of Aizen or not Aizen? The data book stating Aizen's more powerful than anybody else, right?
Oh, no.
Here,
Do you
I'll
want to
show
show me what you think says that?
It does verbatim say that, but yeah, I'll show it to you.
Just send it. We'll look at it.
Here, check evidence.
What's this from?
It is from Unmasked.
Yeah,
Or
which
not
Aizen is it
Unmasked, my
referring
bad.
to?
Masked. It should be in reference to base Aizen. Because you know how Ichigo gives that like talk to Kisuke about why Aizen's lonely and shit?
Yeah, but isn't there also like a passage pointing to Demon Aizen talking about it?
Yeah, it does show Monster
Are these
Aizen
like
in the
this?
photo.
Are these the same scan? Can you go ahead and send that? Because
Send
I
what?
want to know if these are the same.
Here, yeah, I'll send. I think I know what you're talking about here. This is like the actual like full page. It's just kind of messy and hard to read, but yeah, for context, I'll give this to you. And yes, it does show Monster Aizen, but it cannot be in reference to Monster Aizen since he was weaker than Dangai Ichigo. So it would clearly just be showing Aizen, and it was Aizen rejecting
no, he
Ichigo
was.
being. Well, no, wait, let me finish. It was
I
Aizen
just want to.
rejecting.
I just want to attack the claim you made about
Sure.
Dongai Ichigo.
Fine.
Okay, so you say you think like Dongai Ichigo, like base Dongai before Mugetsu is above Monster Aizen?
Yes.
Can you show me that?
Yeah, he says he's stronger. I'll show you.
Is he talking about his base, or is he talking about I can just take you out with Mugetsu?
He says I'm stronger, and then he grabs him and blitzes him. So I would say it's definitely in reference to like.
Isn't that
his
like
current
non-Monster Aizen?
Well, this like the fucking scan that it's pointing to is the Aizen that he blitzed.
No, I'm talking about the one that Ichigo like put his hand on his face. Isn't that a previous form of Aizen?
I'll talk about that scan. There's a scan later in the fight where he just grabs him and like slashes him across the chest. I'll show you. It'll just be easier if I show you. Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, just go get that.
Here. So like, check evidence. Here's like Ichigo just like catching this motherfucker's blade, and then he like shadows Kurohitsugi, and then right after that he's like, Aizen, you fucking retard, you haven't realized that my power is greater than yours, and then he just grabs him and slashes
Yeah,
him.
can you send these?
Yeah, it's uploading. 1 sec. My phone's being retarded. There you go.
Okay, let me read this. Aizen goes each. This is a previous form of Aizen. This is not Demon Aizen.
Huh?
Like this is
yeah.
not Monster Aizen.
Yeah, I know.
Like this is before he breaks his neck and evolves.
Yeah, when he becomes the monster form, does he get stronger?
Yes, that's how the Hogyoku works, and he literally evolves to seeing Ichigo's strength and makes a remark about the Hogyoku would not let me lose to a being like that.
Well, no, he never like is able to sense
Let me
Ichigo throughout the entire
let me go
fight.
get this statement if you need that.
Sure.
And can you show me Monster Aizen not being able to sense Ichigo if you think like he
Sure.
never was?
Yeah,
like
I'll
this
show you.
Ichigo, base Ichigo.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
And just to be clear, are
You know,
you
being
asking
transcendent means you're stronger, right?
before that? Just to clarify, are you
Okay.
asking me to show that he got stronger or that it was by a significant amount?
That he got stronger.
Okay, yeah,
But
I'll get that.
first here's like he says you lost all of your power. Like he's still assuming Ichigo traded Ryatsu for physical strength at this point. And you know transcendence entails like a significantly higher strength, right?
Hold on, let me read this.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on, I'm like looking for a statement as I'm reading this.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Do you know what chapter this is?
418.
This fight is for what?
418 is like when is like the chapter before Aizen enters like demon mode, and then he enters demon mode like 419. And then 420 is Final Getsuga Tensho.
Okay, let me read through this real quick. All right, Kurihitsugi, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah.
I should probably specify this real quick, but you agree, like, at the very least, before he enters like demon mode, Ichigo is like stronger than him, right? Based on the like feats I showed.
I'll answer that in a second.
Okay,
Let
that's
me
fine.
see. I mean, are you saying this means that like he doesn't feel his spiritual pressure?
Yes.
Is he trying to sense it after that moment earlier?
Ryatsu Sensory is passive.
Can you show me that?
Sure. So, do you remember when what's his name?
And you know, like you're trying to use this to say like he'd be like weaker in AP, right?
Overall stats.
Then this Ichigo, right?
Yeah, but we can go
Yeah,
down to
but
the minute.
hold
Wait,
on.
wait.
I want to say what I was gonna say. You're aware he damages his arm, right?
Yeah, that's fine. He can still be weaker than him. But I want to go into like the what's it called again? Like Ryatsu Sensory being passive. So do you know about what's the fucking name? When like Ukitake and Byakuya were on the bridge in Soul Society, they were just standing around having a conversation. And then when Ichigo came near them, they weren't even looking at him. They just immediately felt his spiritual pressure and was like, "Oh, this has to be the spiritual pressure of a captain."
They felt the spiritual pressure.
Yes.
Okay,
They
can you
specifically
send
said
that
it.
to him?
Yeah, sure.
But like about the him damaging
When
him.
I want to stay on this first because I don't
No,
want to.
I wanna get to that. So like at the very least, that would show that like that Ichigo's durability isn't to his AP.
Well, no, we can go into that in a minute because I think it's a technique to damage him. But
Yeah, but a technique would be considered as part of one's power.
yeah, okay, but we can go into that in a minute. I want to go over the like sensory thing first. Here. So, people gotta stop fucking pinging me. It's annoying. Anyways, here's the thing where like, sorry, I'm gonna first I'll explain it. But Ukitake stops Byakuya from fighting, and he's trying to just speak to him about Aizen. And then all of a sudden, both of them at the exact same time, or not exact same time, doesn't really matter, but both of them feel Ichigo's Ryatsu and are able to identify that based on the sensory they are feeling, it must be captain level Ryatsu.
Yeah, but that's when the Ryatsu like passes through them. Like we see the wave, boom, and it like moves through that bridge.
Yeah, because you know the way like spiritual pressure works, right?
In this scenario, explain.
Well, basically, if somebody is in combat or like exerting their power, you will feel their spiritual pressure. Like, do you remember like we see this throughout Soul Society a bunch, like when Ichigo and all of the like Genjo and all this, or not Genjo, Ganju, whatever the fuck, all his like goons, when they're running to save Rukia, and Kenpachi like flexes, and they all just immediately feel his Ryatsu and shit.
Okay, so is Ichigo using his spiritual pressure here?
Yeah, he's using it to fly to them.
No, I'm talking about against Aizen.
I mean, he's actively
like,
fighting.
Yeah,
Not he's really, actively fighting. Yeah, like, I know, but
he's just sitting there.
Yeah, but he's still like in combat. And
yeah,
previous
but
to this, he was still like
fighting. You said when you're actively fighting, you're exerting Ryatsu, and like
yeah, and
he's not actively fighting here.
You know, you can exert it without like necessarily like throwing a punch, right?
And like him and them being and him not being able to sense him, like the notion of that, therefore he would be weaker, doesn't really follow since we see he can damage this Ichigo.
Okay, we can go into that in a minute, but like Ichigo was like moving around and shit, and he was in combat, right? And you don't even need to actually like throw attacks for your Ryatsu to be sensed. You just have to exert it. And considering who's in combat, I would say it would be like most likely the case he is exerting his Ryatsu.
In this scene where you're saying Aizen has him in this chokehold, and you're saying he can't sense his spiritual pressure, you're not really giving me a reason for him to be exerting his spiritual pressure in this scene right here, because all he's doing in this scene is just standing still. Like, this is the part of the fight where he's just standing still and asking Aizen, like, oh, is this all you've got?
You know, yeah, I was going to talk about this. You know, right before this, he like puts up his hand when Aizen shoots an attack at him, right?
Was he exerting Ryatsu when he did that?
I would say it is most likely the case, considering he doesn't just get vaporized by the attack.
What does that mean? It's more likely he's using Ryatsu?
Because you know that physical strength doesn't really matter in Bleach, right? It's really just battle of Ryatsu.
And doesn't his arm get damaged anyways when he does that?
Yeah, that doesn't matter right now. But I asked you. Well, Draco, you keep dodging my questions. You know.
No, this is directly related, Bubblez.
Well, yeah, but you asked me a question, and I'm trying to prove it to you, and you moved on to another point. So I don't want you to do that right now.
I don't think it really matters at this point, because if you're saying this all comes down, you can think that,
but I want to finish
Bubblez, let me
point
finish.
We're on.
Bubblez, let me finish. If you're saying that okay, since he can't sense Ichigo, this means that he is weaker than him in terms of power, which we know is not the case, since he can damage Ichigo. Even if you say it's because of a technique, that doesn't matter, because that would still come down to his spiritual pressure. So we know he has enough to be able to damage Ichigo.
Okay, not necessarily. You can damage people stronger than you. We've seen that
How do you damage people in Bleach on a spiritual level?
On a spiritual level?
Yeah, you said it's not physical. You just said it's spiritual.
Any damage you do to somebody on Bleach is spiritual. They're literally just souls.
Yeah, how do you do that damage? What's the fundamentals that allow you to do that damage?
Usually it is through Ryatsu, but there are other means you can utilize to damage somebody.
Like what?
Do you remember when Kisuke almost killed Aizen with his Kido?
The one where he tied his wrists?
Yep.
How is that analogous to Aizen using a blast on somebody?
And we don't know the properties of those blasts. No, what Aizen did is he used, or not Aizen, what Kisuke did is he used Aizen's own Ryatsu against him. And then in the case, and we know Aizen is still strong Kisuke to some degree, right?
So that still follows the fundamental of it coming down to Ryatsu, because in that case it was too much. It was more Ryatsu than Aizen's body could handle.
Yeah, but
Like
it
in the
wasn't
case
it
where
wasn't
someone is
based on
damaged.
Kisuke's Ryatsu. It was based on Aizen's own Ryatsu.
Well, the technique would be for those to remain in place, for them to work effectively. You would agree it would still come down to Ryatsu.
No, because Aizen's stronger than Kisuke, and Kisuke was still able to affect him with like, techniques and shit.
So that means Aizen didn't use his Ryatsu to neg it in that case.
Because he didn't notice it. I mean, well, he was still exerting Ryatsu when he fought Kisuke, so I just think it means that like you don't have to be like equal or above somebody to affect them with techniques. You can still be weaker than somebody and affect them with shit.
That doesn't really make any sense because you're simultaneously arguing you need to be on someone's level in spiritual pressure to damage them.
I think I never really said that. But okay.
But as for this, like on a fun, those aren't the same. Those aren't analogous because in that case, that's like a writ. That's not an attack. It's not damage being done. That's just a keto being placed on his wrists. Whereas in this case, this is actual like force damage being dealt to Ichigo, and we see that he is indeed damaged.
How do you know it's through force?
That is how damage works.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how do you know this attack is inflicting damage through force and not like, some property like what Kisuke used?
No, that is still some sort of force. He's holding the wrist shut. You need a force to do that.
But Kisuke can do that despite being weaker than Aizen. So Aizen can still damage Ichigo and be weaker than him. And then, I'd also like to go back into that Ryatsu point briefly because we didn't really you didn't really let me finish it. Aizen also says that Ichigo can never completely suppress his Ryatsu. Like even if you intentionally suppress Ryatsu, you will still feel traces of it. No
Was
matter
Aizen
what.
telling the truth there?
Aizen telling the truth. What the Draco? I thought we agreed to no ratting. You fucking spurred.
I mean, you want to argue over, did he really? Does it just because he damaged him? Does it mean he's above him and above his durability with his AP?
Yeah, that's not right. I gave an example for that, but Aizen just straight up says to Ichigo, and later he does admit that he assumed Ichigo had no Ryatsu. Like in an inner monologue, he was like, "Oh, he didn't actually do that. He's just transcendent." So he just straight up says to Ichigo,
"Okay, then it's possible.
You cannot entirely suppress your Ryatsu, right? So he can't sense Ichigo here. That just has to mean Ichigo's transcendent."
Okay, and you're saying that because this form of Aizen is weaker than this Ichigo, then he's not stronger than anybody.
Yes, so it is not in reference to Demon Aizen.
Okay, and you think base Aizen, so it has to be base Aizen.
Yeah, it's in reference to base Aizen.
No, what does that mean? It's in
base.
reference to base Aizen.
Because it can't be in reference to transcendent Aizen, because Dangai Ichigo is stronger.
Yeah, so why can't it be in reference to any of the other Hogyoku Aizens where Dangai Ichigo doesn't exist?
Okay, yeah, so I can get into that. So, do you remember when Kisuke and Ichigo discussed why Aizen felt lonely?
Yeah, from his own. Yeah, he thought he was stronger than others.
Yeah. Okay. So, this same databook page, under this.
But
is
we know
under,
that's that's just his thoughts. We know that's just his thoughts because the same
Draco,
databook.
You're not even letting me finish the argument.
I am. So, you've already argued this. I'm giving my argument.
I know, but I haven't even finished the argument. So
I'm giving my argument for this because I'm just going to argue.
But I'm not going to let you just start going into your argument while I'm having to finish mine.
You're not then just repeat yourself again.
I'm not repeating myself, but you haven't let me say this yet. So this is under the tab of why Aizen feels isolation, right? This part of the data book. And the reason given is he's stronger than anybody else. And this same page references Ichigo's speech to Kisuke and almost verbatim quotes it, right? So I would say it is most likely this is in reference to Ichigo's speech to Kisuke, and they're just confirming what the author is trying to convey through Ichigo.
Well, the only thing the author is trying to convey here clearly is that Aizen just thinks he's stronger than everyone else because we have other databook statements specifically talking about base Aizen saying he's not a threat to Yamamoto. So to assert that this would mean that he is stronger than Yamamoto would just be contradicted by the other databook statement that says he has not surpassed Yamamoto if you chose to interpret the statement in that way.
Okay, we can go into the Yamamoto statement now if you want to just start contradiction. So
No, I'm not asserting a contradiction. I'm saying the way you've chosen to
yeah, I
interpret
gotcha.
these statements results in one. I have not
Sure,
chosen
so-
to interpret this statement the same way you have. I think this can just be referring to a different Hogyoku Aizen.
Okay, so you're aware of what's his name? That data book statement referencing Yamamoto is pointing to like a bare fist Yamamoto, right?
It's pointing to him holding up his hand, sure.
Yeah, his Ryujin Chaka was sealed, or I almost said Ryujin Chaka. Ryujin Jaka was sealed at that point.
Okay, so even without his Zanpakuto, Aizen is no threat to Yamamoto.
No, so that would not be
Well, you said it's
that would
pointing to
not
bare
be.
hands Yamamoto.
Yeah, I know, and I'm saying
So
bare
it's
hands
saying that
Yamamoto
Aizen
being
is not a
stronger than.
threat. Hold on, Bubblez. So you agree then? It's saying that Aizen is not a threat to the Yamamoto that doesn't even have his Zanpakuto. And they say it's because he hasn't gotten stronger than him. He hasn't surpassed him.
Okay, yes, and I think it is in reference to Aizen without his Zanpakuto as well. I think it's just saying Yamamoto is stronger than everybody else with.
He needed to fight him with it.
Okay, he didn't actually fight Yamamoto with his Zanpakuto after that happened.
Yes, he did. He tried to stab him.
No, he didn't do it after that scene. He didn't try to stab him. He just fought Wonderweiss and then collapsed from like damage.
And doesn't Aizen literally say that Yamamoto would beat him probably?
No, he says you might beat me, but
No,
I don't want you to
probably.
shotgun.
Do you want that?
I know what you're talking about. The fan translations changed that to might, and I think they're more accurate. But I don't want you
Why
to
is it
shotgun
more
right
accurate in this case?
You're shotgunning Draco. Stop, right?
You just made an argument. I responded.
You brought up a data book and you tried to run over to this manga statement suddenly. I want to finish the point about the data book.
Yeah, because you're referencing manga statements as well.
Yeah, as an argument
Bro, could y'all
for the
stay on
data
one
book
point at a
statement.
time?
Yeah, Draco's just trying to shift points. I don't know what's wrong with him. But
I'm not shifting point. If by that logic, you're trying to shift
look,
point.
look. Wait,
No,
both of you,
I'm
wait,
using manga to
wait.
support my argument.
Aizen.
Draco and Bubbles, shut up. Damn. Okay, look. Y'all are gonna go back to the original point. This manga shit can come after the original.
Okay,
all right, whatever.
So
as I said, you can respond. So as I said, this just means he's not a threat to. This just means he's not a threat to Yamamoto.
Okay, yes, and I think that is in context of both of them without it. Their Zanpakutos, right? Because it is pointing to like a the fucking no Zanpakuto Yamamoto, and that Yamamoto, Aizen was significantly more worried about Ito Kaso than his Shikai
Yeah, but why is it
flames.
talking about a
And
no
he said-
Zanpakuto Aizen?
I'm literally going into that. So they what's his fucking name? Aizen was more worried about Ito Kaso than his Shikai flames, and he like took Ito Kaso to the face with almost 0 damage at all. And then
Tell me that.
Sure.
And was Ito Kasa at full power in that scene?
It wouldn't matter.
It would, because if it is, it's not an anti-feat for it.
He was more worried of the Ito Kaso that Yamamoto was using than his Shikai flames. So it wouldn't matter how strong, if Ito Kaso was at its maximum potential.
How is Ito Kasa?
It's just that Ito Kaso is the stronger technique.
And how does that even? Flame. Whatever. Whatever. I'll steelman that for now. I'll just steelman him tanking the Ito Kasa. No, actually not the tanking part, but send me that anyways.
Here, I'll post him tanking it.
Just continue with what you were gonna say, because I think this is just problematic if I keep having to cut you off halfway through.
So if it means that this would mean that Aizen scales like significantly above the output of his Shikai. So base Yamamoto cannot be greater than Aizen. So the statement should just be in reference to Aizen without his Zanpakuto.
Okay, why can't it just be in reference to Bonkayama then?
Because it's okay. The context of the scene it's pointing to is Yamamoto.
Yeah, but you already agreed earlier.
You haven't even let me finish, Draco.
Hold on. I want to attack what you're saying because I already know what you're going to say. You're saying, oh, it's because it's pointing to a picture of Yamamoto, but I don't think that is consistent with what you argued earlier.
Part of it. That wasn't the only part of it. There's more contextualization.
I don't think it's consistent with what you argued
earlier.
There's
more contextualization than that.
Okay, what's that further contextualization?
The context of the scene it's also pointing to, and the scene that it quotes is Yamamoto saying, okay, even though you sealed away my what's it called again? Ryujin Jaka, I'm not fodder because in 1,000 years nobody has been born stronger than me, in reference to his current strength without his Zanpakuto.
No, he just says no one has
like jerk.
He doesn't say no one has been born.
I think he's trying to jerk off his. He says no reason born. That doesn't change what I'm saying.
And then it goes on to further state nobody has surpassed him. So what is the issue with this statement?
And I already contextualized that to be without Zanpakutos.
Why? Aizen's using his Zanpakuto toe in that fight and has it with him the entire time.
Yeah,
and can you even
he
demonstrate
never
to me,
actually hits Yamamoto with it
hold
after
on,
that
can you
scene.
demonstrate to me that Aizen with his just holding his Zanpakuto toe is stronger than he is when he doesn't even activate Bankai or anything?
Okay, sure. So you are what was I about to say? Fuck. Oh yeah, you're aware of the Ichigo getting weaker when he dropped his Zanpakuto toe, right?
No.
Okay, I'll show you.
Did you ever end up sending that Aizen scan?
Which one?
The one where you said he tanked an attack?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Okay, let me.
Like it
What did
explodes in
he?
his
What did he
face, and he
tank here?
jumps away. It's Itokaso.
What did he tank here?
It hits him, and he jumps away, and there's like little like scuts on his clothing, basically.
On his face, like all over it, and he says, "Ugh," and there's smoke emanating from his clothes.
Yeah, his clothes, like, bro, I don't think his clothes
And his
matter,
face.
but like, yeah,
Like, what
there's
about
like,
this suggests he
oh my
tanked the
God.
attack?
I didn't even say he tanked it. I just said
You
he took it
did.
with minimal. I said he took it with minimal damage, but I don't even think the exact verbiage matters, right? He just ate the attack with minimal damage. That's
And
all
you
I
think
need.
this Hado is above? You think this Hado is above his Shikai?
Yes.
Okay, I'll retract the Steelman on that. Why?
Bro, oh my God, you can't ask me to go get a scan about Ichigo getting weaker from dropping his Zanpakuto
Let me
and then
just do
start
that while
attacking
you're
something
doing it.
else.
I had to do the same exact thing earlier.
Well, oh my God, that doesn't mean like we should do a debate like this. Like you've been pushing me to like argue multiple points at this debate. I don't know why you're debating like this.
Okay, we can start with the. Let's start with this because it came first. Isojaka, because I didn't notice you sent these, and I didn't want to drop this point.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about this first. So he was not worried at all about Yamamoto's Shikai flames, and then he sees Itokasu
Is
and he's
there
kind
like
of
a
shook.
statement for that?
He just keeps a calm facial expression, and he was not. He had no confirmation that Yamamoto would have like jumped on the Shikai flames, and he even says he was surprised he suppressed the like blast radius to what he did.
And doesn't he?
And obviously, Aizen doesn't want to die at this point.
Hold on, you're making a bunch of points here. So, like, firstly, the thing with that is, can you show me like what you think is like his displays of no fear or whatever towards this? Secondly, aren't there two statements? One, again, where he says Yamamoto probably would have won if they fought. Secondly, he also notes that he's going to kill them all when Yamamoto goes for that final attack where he was going to like blow up everybody.
Okay, so yeah, how about we start with the like you would probably win. First
Okay,
of
you
all,
said
you know how Aizen will like provoke people by lying and shit. Like there's a data book that goes over how like it's hard to tell when he's telling the truth or not, right?
I think that's inconsistent with what you've argued earlier and up to this point.
What I argued earlier is that by his own inner monologue later, we know that statement is true.
Yeah, but why can't Aizen lie to himself?
Because he lies to others to taunt them and fuck with them, but he obviously has no reason to taunt and fuck with himself. So an inner monologue to himself we should take as true.
I don't even think you necessarily sent an inner monologue saying that Ichigo like passively released Ryatsu.
I didn't send that. I never.
Yeah, I was
said
asking
that's
why
what
he tells the truth about that. Like why he was telling the truth there.
Oh my God, yes. And then what I said is that later he confirmed that what he said was basically true.
How?
Okay, because later he gives this inner monologue about how like, oh, he didn't actually what the fuck I was about to say? He didn't actually why can't I fucking think that? Oh yeah, he didn't actually trade in all this physical strength or all his Ryatsu physical strength, which is what he was talking about in that scene. He really just transcended me from the start.
How does that confirm that Aizen saying that Ichigo passively leaked Ryatsu is true?
He never said Ichigo passively leaked Ryatsu.
Yes, you were the one that argued he did, or he passively
what? Oh my God! What he said is that even if you like suppress your Ryatsu, you cannot suppress it to the point that I cannot sense it at all. So then, if Ichigo could actually suppress his Ryatsu to the point that Aizen just cannot sense it, he would have no basis to make the claim that Ichigo was transcendent based on not being able to sense him, or that he traded all his Ryatsu on the basis of not being able to sense him. Yet later in his inner monologue,
he doesn't make the claim he's transcended till Ichigo gets stronger.
Oh my god, Draco, you didn't hear the other thing I said. I said he would also have no basis to make the claim that Ichigo traded in all his Ryatsu for physicals, which he confirms later in an inner monologue.
He says transcended him.
Did you even hear the second part of my argument?
Yes, all of these things you're saying about Aizen saying, "Oh, he's transcended me," is talking about a later Ichigo. I don't see why they
half my argument wasn't even the transcendent thing.
Oh my god!
Half the argument was about him saying he traded in Ryatsu for physicals. So he would have like no way to know that if Ichigo could actually just suppress his Ryatsu to the max. You know that, right?
Okay, whatever. You think that like Aizen's possibly lying here against Yamamoto?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Can you show me its? Let's see. What do I want to say? Because I'm going to get interesting with this one. Okay, can you show me it's possible for Aizen to lie to Yamamoto during this arc?
Because he lies in character?
Why does that mean it's possible in the way that I've defined?
Mm-hmm. Can you show a logical contradiction to it?
I didn't ask if it was logically possible. I said, can you show me that it is possible?
Yeah, like logically possible.
Yeah,
is
like
type of being possible.
No, like epistemically.
You don't even know what epistemically possible means, Draco.
No, epistemic possibility means within your own experience.
No,
can you
that's
show
literally
me that
not what it means.
What does it mean then, Bubblez?
Epistemic possibility just means contained within our own knowledge.
No, I've told you the way I'm using it means within our own experience, and experience and knowledge here would be interchangeable.
Okay, so if not necessarily,
because
but
the basis for knowledge under epistemology is your experience.
Or it can just be what we can prove, but okay. Anyways,
which is through experience under epistemology. So can you show me that it is
if you want to define
possible?
experience like that, okay. So it's contained within our epistemology that you cannot show a logical contradiction to this idea.
How?
Because I just experienced that event happening.
Why does that mean I cannot? Maybe I can in a minute.
Okay, then do it.
I don't need to. You're claiming I cannot.
Okay, Draco, if you want to get technical with what I said, then like whatever. But I would need you to show a logical contradiction, otherwise it's possible. And then also you can't just force it. Wait, Draco, stop. Let me. You didn't even let me finish what I was saying. You can't even force this burden upon me. Like you don't decide what burden I have within the debate.
You accepted to show it was possible. In the way that I put forth.
Okay, I never said in the way you put forth. I just said I'll show it's possible. But
yeah, after I gave that to you.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm accepting your standard.
Then who are you speaking to?
I'm speaking to you. That doesn't mean I'm accepting your standard.
No, when you respond to me and say, yes, I will show it as possible, and that is a response to my statement, you accept my answer whether you mean to or not.
I don't think I inherently do, because I obviously didn't accept your standards, so I went into a logical possibility.
And I said, that's not what I meant, and I'm the arbiter. I told you to demonstrate it's possible. You didn't ask me for clarification. You said, sure. And then you said, okay, attempted to start showing logical possibility. I made clear to you that is not what I was asking for.
Yeah, okay. And I don't think I have an obligation to like adhere to your standard just because that wasn't what you were asking for.
My initial question did leave that implied as part of it as well, which you also accepted. I said, can you show me? You can't show me a lack of existence of something.
Well, people can use like show me non-literally, so I don't really think that proves much of anything because people will say
I
show
was
me
using it literally, and I'm the arbiter of what I said.
Okay, that's fantastic. You can be using it that way. I still don't have to accept your standard. Just because I responded to your statement does not mean I knew the full context of your statement or I'm accepting your standard, right? Because I don't think you should be able to force a standard upon somebody.
I didn't force anything on you. You agreed to it.
Draco, let me finish, because then what I could do is I could say, okay, deductively show me Yamamoto's above Aizen, and you can never fucking do that. Like every time
Well,
I
I think
ask you to
I
prove something
think I
now,
could
I could.
deductively. I think I could deductively. Would you like me to do that?
You cannot deductively show anything in fiction, but okay.
No, but I can deductively show you that. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I just think Aizen's over Yanma, and deductive reasoning just means basically when Draco says something, the conclusion is that it's true.
That's not what deductive
So
reasoning
deductively,
is, Draco.
I did show you that, as I said
Deductive
I would.
reasoning isn't. That's not what deductive reasoning is. Also, you agreed you wouldn't rat. Why are you doing this? But that is not how deductive reasoning is defined. So I don't know why
I
you're
never
doing
said
this.
it would be. I said deductive. You just
You're
weren't
a
listening.
fucking spurg. Shut the fuck up. Deductive, Draco. That's
No,
what
I
said.
told you I would deductively show you that this is true.
Oh my god, my mic is just
I asked you
spurging.
if you
Shut the
wanted me
fuck
to.
up. I said deductive. I don't care if
I
you want to
did.
like
I said I would
split
go ahead and
hairs.
show you
and
Bro,
be
bro,
like,
hold on, wait, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Bro, if y'all are gonna
I can't
continue
believe
with
he's
this
doing this
stupid
right
shit,
now.
Bro, he pulled
if
the
y'all are gonna
glass.
continue
What
with this
happened?
stupid shit.
He literally agreed he wouldn't rat, and now he's like trying to like
Bro, what
He
the
taking me
again,
fuck are y'all
like, yes,
doing,
your
bro?
character
He's taking me
damaged mine.
accident-
Why does that mean his AP scales anywhere? Like, that's
and I gave an
crazy.
example. Like, oh my god. And then
And I
you're
explained
like
why that's
taking
not
me like,
analogous.
oh my god, you didn't. Holy shit. Your
Bro.
argument pre like
Hold
holy
up, wait.
fuck.
Oh, okay, shut up, Bubbles. Wait. Y'all are making this incredibly hard to judge because y'all are being stupid with this rat shit. Okay?
I'm not even trying to rat.
If y'all
Like,
continue down on this road, what is the point of debating a topic? Y'all both
That's what
agreed
I'm
y'all were
saying.
not gonna rat. Drop this stupid shit and continue with a normal debate. Thank you.
I'm not even trying to do this. Like, he just all of a sudden asks me to prove something is possible that's like in character for
Bruh.
somebody. Like,
He starts by contradicting himself by first saying characters should be telling the truth, then going back and saying, okay, I think it's possible for your character to lie.
I gave context as to why they were telling the truth. What do you like?
Oh my god.
Draco, you don't
completely
think
different.
giving
I can sit here and give
wait.
I could sit here and give that
Wait.
same context. I can sit here and give that same context. What was your context?
Okay, well, whatever.
My
Going back,
what was your
context is that
context?
my context is that
shut up,
Aizen
both of y'all.
confirmed. Well, no, Troy, I
Hold
want
up.
to hear this. So the context is that he confirmed what he said later in an inner monologue. When does Aizen confirm?
Why was it
in an
Aizen's inner monologue?
Why wasn't Aizen's inner monologue what?
No, why was it Aizen's?
Why was it? You're not gonna do this, Draco. You're not gonna rat like this. Like, what's wrong with
I mean,
you?
I didn't read the audiobook. Who said that shit?
Yeah, Draco, are you really gonna do this right now? Are you really gonna make me prove it's like Aizen, considering Ichigo and Aizen are the only two people there, and it's a monologue in reference to Ichigo from the point of view of somebody who is
since
being transcended by
damaging characters does not have to mean AP skills anywhere because
Draco, he gave
I
context.
gave
wrapped some
context.
bracelets around the others.
He gave context, Draco.
No, he didn't. Not in that case.
Oh my god, I just gave an example that could have been the case, so it didn't necessarily contradict Ichigo being stronger. That was the whole point of that.
Oh my god.
Bro, oh my. Y'all niggas are fucking stupid.
Drake, I mean, not Draco, Troy, what have I done that's retarded? Literally, I'm just trying to, like, say he shouldn't be ratting like this.
Draco.
He is ratting as well.
No, I'm not. What the fuck have I done?
Okay, Bubbles, shut up real quick. Shut up real quick.
Okay.
Draco, you don't think if someone gives
No, he literally sat here at this statement that pointed. He literally sat.
Wait, Draco, stop screaming. Shut up. Wait, Draco, shut up.
Let me finish.
You didn't even allow me to finish the sentence. What the fuck?
Yes, he is literally pointing at a statement that literally says Aizen has not surpassed Yamamoto. He's no threat to him and saying, oh, it can just be talking about him without his Zanpakuto completely randomly when he never puts that thing down.
Okay, if somebody, well, I don't know if he ever puts it down, whatever, right? He obviously thinks that there's further context. So if he argues that way, just debunk the further context. And I'm pretty sure y'all already been.
Let's get back into this. What's this further context? Let's hear this fucking context.
We already went over that point. I don't think we need to go back into that.
No, all these points were still active. We were jumping around.
Oh my god. Okay. The context is that there are examples in Bleach where you can damage somebody who is stronger than you or affect somebody with an ability who is blatantly stronger than you.
Yeah, but that's not an attack.
Okay, an attack is a vague word, but How do you know
And
this
how do
attack?
these abilities affect each other? Can you
How do you-
demonstrate to me?
Oh my
Hold
God.
on, Bubbles. I want you to demonstrate to me that Urahara's Kito's ability to wrap around Aizen's wrist works the same way as Aizen's blast being able to damage Ichigo's arm.
I didn't say it did.
No,
All
you're
I'm saying is that
presupposing it does.
no,
You're
I'm not saying
presupposing
it is the
does.
case,
You're
Draco. I'm not
saying
saying it
that
is the
this doesn't
case.
mean-
You're misunderstanding my claim. I'm saying it's possible to damage somebody without being like as strong or stronger than them, right? And I'm giving
Yeah, but that's
examples.
not damage.
I'm not
That's not
saying it's
damage. The wrist going
oh
around
my
his arm
God.
isn't damage. The bracelets around his
and
wrist
that
aren't
led to
damage.
damage. And that led to damage. It would have killed Aizen.
Not from the Kito. That was from something entirely separate from the Kito. So that has nothing to do with the Kito's capability.
Okay, but the keto led
That
to
is
like almost killing Aizen.
That is a complete
they
red
could still-
herring.
No, it's not.
Seeing as Aizen exploding had nothing to do with the Kito itself. It had nothing
How
to
do
do
you-
with the power of the Kito. The
Oh my
Kito
God.
simply was over a vent that stopped Aizen from being able to expel his spiritual pressure.
Yeah.
So it started building up within him.
Okay. Do you know what happened when that spiritual pressure built up within him? A fucking explosion, Draco, right?
Because
So
of how
the fact
much?
that-
Of how much of
I
his
know
own
that.
spiritual
I
pressure.
know that. All I'm giving is that there are examples where you can
So
damage
this isn't
somebody
related
stronger
to the
than.
spiritual pressure of the
Let me
technique.
fucking finish. Oh my God.
Draco, let him finish.
No, I'm trying to be
Draco,
relevant about this.
What?
I'm trying to get to the relevant
Oh my
point
God.
here. This
You
has
literally
nothing
just
to do with the
you
technique.
literally just agreed to my argument without realizing it. Draco, you literally just agreed that the attack Kisuke used to damage Aizen, the fact that it almost killed Aizen, is
Yeah,
not
but
in
the damage
relation
wasn't
to.
from Kisuke's
Holy
attack.
shit! Let me
That is what you're
finish.
forgetting.
Let me finish. Stop speaking over me. You're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So the fact that he was able to damage Aizen, you just admitted, is not a feat of his own spiritual pressure, right? And there are other examples like Asuka's death dealing being able to affect people significantly stronger than him, right? So you can still affect and damage people, whether it is direct or not, without being as strong or stronger than them, right? So since we do not know the properties of the attack that Aizen used on Ichigo, it is still possible he is weaker than him whilst being able to damage him.
Okay, as I was saying, this has nothing, the damage done to Aizen has nothing to do with the Ryatsu of the bracelets that Kisuke put on him. All the
That's the
bracelets
point.
are cover up the holes, and while that happens, Aizen's own spiritual pressure is what bursts him from the inside due to the amount of it that builds up. So that has nothing to do with the Ryatsu of Kisuke's technique, because Aizen's destruction comes at the hands of his own spiritual pressure.
That's the point.
So then you can't say that Kisuke's technique damaged Aizen due to its own spiritual pressure.
I'm saying it led to damage to Aizen. I'm not saying it's through his own spiritual pressure, but that would presuppose Aizen's technique damaged Ichigo through his own spiritual pressure.
Why? It's a blast.
Yeah, do you know the properties of that blast?
It hits a target and then it burns them. We see that.
How do you know it's the only thing it does?
Literally see it. It's self-evident, Bubbles.
Okay, how is it self-evident that it's the only thing that it does because we see it? That just sounds like an argument from ignorance.
You see it hits him and it burns his skin.
Yes, and how do you know the burning is only done through the explosion? And how do you know the explosion is only done through Aizen's own Ryatsu?
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. You know what? Whatever. Okay. Since he wants to be on like crazy rat shit.
It isn't even rat.
No, that is entirely rat. Why can a blast not have secret properties like a bracelet that covers a hole that causes some intricate damage we don't know about when we literally see that it hits his arm? There are burn marks. There's smoke emanating from his arm after the impact. So therefore, it would be more likely that this was just an impact and blast. What you are saying now is just an appeal to complete absurdity.
Okay, so Draco, I would agree that in most cases, if we saw something like this, the most likely conclusion we would derive is just, yeah, it's just a fucking beam, like, you know,
Okay, you're
basic
special
Dragon Ball
pleading.
attack. No, oh my god, it's not.
Just
special
agreed
pleading.
in most cases,
No,
this
let
conclusion
me-
would be derived.
Okay, but I'm saying in this
Except
case,
in this
there is
specific case. What makes this
Draco.
specific case any
Draco,
different?
let
I
him
was
finish the
about to.
fucking
Okay, special
sentence.
pleading is only the case if you like break a rule or a general rule without justification. But I was about to give justification.
You're saying
dumb
in
fuck.
most cases this would
let
reign
me
true,
give
then
the
there is a general
justification.
rule.
Yes,
Draco, I'm about
and-
to mute you if you
oh my god,
continuously.
Draco, special
over this.
pleading is only the case if I don't give justification for the exception, and I'm about to give justification for the exception, right? The reason I'm saying it's exception in this case is to patch the statement of Aizen admitting Ichigo's transcendence indirectly, but he admits Ichigo's transcendence. And transcendence means Ichigo is significantly above him.
What does it mean he's significantly above him?
That's how transcendence works. You know how like what's his name? Ishin is like, oh, I can't sense his Ryatsu. I think only somebody of Aizen's level will be able to actually sense his Ryatsu at this point.
That could just mean he's too strong to sense him.
Yes, and then Ishin correlates sensing people to power.
Yeah, Ishin is too strong to sense Aizen.
Ishin is too strong to sense. No, Aizen's too strong for Ishin to sense him.
Can you show me that?
Sure, he just says that. I'll show you.
Y'all are so fucking stupid. I hate y'all.
Troy, what have I been doing? Like, why are you making?
Bro, okay. It's because y'all are making this so incredibly hard to judge with this burden shit.
But he's the one that keeps talking over me. Like, I'm not even the one like aping.
Who's talking in this page?
Who's talking in what page? What are you talking about?
One you just sent.
I didn't even send anything.
Oh, it said new message.
I haven't even found this
This
scan
is
yet.
that shit for me too.
Did you not just send a scan?
No, I haven't even found the scan yet.
Troy judging the bleach to me. Oh, God.
Really, still trying to find it. I have it somewhere saved. But...
Why he finding that? Anybody got Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact?
Shut the fuck up. He's so fucking ugly, bro. Oh my god.
I ain't even make it to that arc makeout.
Bro, I'm not gonna top with you. Fuck. Where did I keep this statement? I don't have it somewhere.
Nigga spin. I
really have some transcendent spiritual pressure right now. I don't know. But
just by the name Brazil Girl 07, I can tell that's a nigga.
before I say my favorite word again. Holy shit. Anyways, holy shit, where do I keep it? Oh yeah, I can find it. Okay, so the way this is translated, this is like a little bit weird and cryptic, but here. Basically, he says when he strikes him, it's almost like he's not even there. And then he says the only one who can perceive Aizen's power is someone who's in the same state that he is. And Aizen only becomes transcendent after getting stronger. So it definitely seems like transcendence is based on strength.
I'm gonna give my response.
Okay.
هذا يعني أنا أيزن أضيف من الياماموت.
What the fuck are you doing?
Bro, am I
You know,
fucking
you-
perk? What did he just say?
Do y'all not hear me?
What the fuck were you saying?
All right, I'll repeat it for you again. هذا يعني
Bro,
أنا
nah, we ain't doing this shit, Draco. Stop.
What the
That's-
fuck are you doing?
Respond in English,
you-
Draco.
What the fuck are you
Nigga,
saying?
respond in English.
Speak English. Like,
Why?
because when we enter a conversation, we presuppose a language, right? The language that
No,
we
why? I didn't presuppose a language.
okay, because if we did, we can never communicate. Because I only fluently speak English.
No, we can. I can speak at you, and you can speak at me. That's the definition of communicate.
Okay, but we. Oh my god, I didn't mean communicate like that. We cannot like effectively converse with each other, right? Because I only fluently
Why?
speak
We can
English.
sit here and yell at each other. That
Yeah,
is
but
effectively conversing.
not in what I mean, Draco. We can't actually
Oh,
exchange non.
effectively conversing
Oh my
just means
god.
in effect having a
Yes. Oh
conversation,
my god.
Bubbles.
I can non-literally use words. I think colloquially when I say effectively
If you
do something,
non-literally
right?
use them, then they
Oh my
have no
god.
meaning.
Let me give context, Draco. We are talking about trying to like chase a truth in this debate, right? I don't think we can ever like actually gain knowledge from each other and have a conversation that would be efficient if we were to speak in language we don't understand, right? I only fluently speak English. Therefore, you speaking in whatever the fuck you were just speaking is not productive for this conversation, right? I say it would be pragmatic that we speak English as it is a common language we share in fluency.
No, I disagree. I think if I speak a
Bro,
language,
come on.
it would be pragmatic that you would make an effort to translate what I've said if you do not understand it already. But I think if
both
you don't
understand
understand it, that demonstrates you not being pragmatic.
Draco, we both understand English, so just speak English.
Why? I don't like English.
Okay, that's too bad for you. Like, we both understand it, so the easiest thing to do would just be both of us speak it.
I don't know. What do you define as understand?
Comprehend, ascertain knowledge from.
Okay, so you were able to tell I was speaking, right?
I can tell when you're speaking, yes.
Okay, so you were able to understand and ascertain that I was speaking when I was.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem?
But I couldn't actually understand what that meant. That's the problem.
No, but you said you were able to understand.
No, I was able to understand that you're speaking. I didn't understand the meaning of what you were speaking.
All right, so you think if I say something in English, you'll be able to understand what I mean?
Yeah, most cases, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a statement, and you go ahead and tell me what I mean. Hello, Bubbles.
You're saying hello to me.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Well,
Bro, could
okay,
y'all
then
not do this shit,
contextualize
You're
man?
a
it. Like,
stupid bitch.
Draco, stop. Draco, stop. Like, bro.
So, do you have any other reason why, like, me speaking English would automatically, like, just dictate that you understand what I'm saying or what I mean?
I didn't say it automatically meant it. Obviously, there can be cases where we're using
Why is
non-literal
he
words
doing
and we have to
this?
explain to each other the context of it, right? But I don't
So
know why
what's the
you're
problem
fucking
here?
doing this. I don't know why you just like, was like, oh shit, I'm losing and started ratting. But anyways, the issue.
I mean,
is
that sounded like someone at the beginning, but
okay,
you didn't
yeah,
respond to what I
definitely
said
fucking
before.
not. I literally just responded to it, so
Your inability to understand it is due to your own choice. I already gave you the option to go translate what I said.
I mean, I don't even know what language you're speaking in, and I do not have an effective way to translate that. So,
Bro, on God?
You
On
do. It's
God?
Google
Y'all
Translate.
not
You could
even...
just have it. You could
Google
use
Translate
Shazam.
is
You
not the
could
most
listen
accurate
and
thing.
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay. Y'all continue this shit? I'm just gonna mute both
I
of y'all
literally
for like
don't
30
want to continue.
seconds.
I literally don't want to continue this. I'm the one who's saying this is
Draco,
retarded.
stop this shit, nigga. Damn.
Bro, he is ratting out his neck and doing that dumbass shit where he pretends to be socially inept over it.
Is he writing about a different language?
Oh, you have to ramp up the rap force.
Draco, stop, bro. Chill. Damn.
I'm
I thought
giving
I
him
was
the
going.
opportunity to understand what I'm saying. Like I'll repeat one word.
Draco, could you just go back to Bleach, nigga? Could you stop this? Like, so we can have a normal. So we can have a
I mean, I
normal time
would, but this nigga
discussing
keeps
this
wanting to
shit.
argue shit like, okay, these completely non-analogous situations can be entirely related. A
That's not what I
blast
was
in
saying.
Okay, look. If you feel it's not analogous, or if you feel he's ratting, first explain why it's not analogous. That's shit easy as fuck. Right?
literally
No,
did.
I agree. I agree. It's
Okay,
not
wait.
inherently
Shut up, Bubbles.
analogous. That doesn't matter.
Bubbles. Shut up, Bubbles. Stop. If you think you explain why it's not analogous, then all
Okay,
y'all had to do was move on
if
from the
you
point.
agree it's not an analogous, but you think it doesn't really matter.
I said not inherently, but okay, yeah, whatever. Like I wasn't saying this is an example that proves it is happening here. That's not what I was trying to say. So yeah,
It kind of was. That was your example to demonstrate that, like in Bleach, you could like damage things without actually doing damage.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, and it was
like I don't
that
think
is what happened. So, anyways, what were we even on before we started smirking and like speaking fucking Arabic or some shit?
I thought you didn't know
That
what I
was
was.
racist.
I was literally just making fun of you because I've heard you're Arabic before. Like, I'm not even being serious, but
So what led you to that conclusion?
I was
Bro,
literally packing you
no,
because
no,
you
no,
have
no,
heard you're
shut up,
Arabic
shut up.
before.
I don't even
Like,
fucking care what led him to this conclusion. Get back to the fucking beach debate, bro. Oh
okay,
God,
what
y'all
were we
niggas
even talking
stupid.
about before you started like
Yeah, we're
grunting
talking
out?
about the transcendent statement.
Okay, yeah. So here
It's
is
obvious he's
Ishin.
terrifyingly powerful, but even as I attack him, it's almost like it's a little creepy. The only one who can perceive Aizen's power is someone who's in the same state as he is. Yeah, isn't this after Ishin damaged him?
He damages his armor, not him, and his armor doesn't scale to him. So, wait one
Show
second.
that?
Wait 1 second. 1 second.
Show they're separate. Because I think that could just be Aizen's skin. Did he leave?
Stupid ass bitch. Let me invite this retard back up here.
You're gonna be right back.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, so you wanted me to prove the
mean,
armor
Wait,
does
wait,
scale to
wait,
him?
wait, Draco, are you here, or did you?
No, I wanted you to prove that
Right
that's
back.
armor and not just his skin.
Huh? That's his armor. Okay, so you know later he like they call it a cocoon, and when it falls off of him, it revealed his face, right? And he specifically says because of the cocoon, he was incapable of actually seeing. So it was something just covering his body. It was like an outer layer. And then the armor specifically does not scale to him, since Yorichi can like crack and damage the armor with the anti-hero armor, and then he was able to one-shot the anti-hero armor.
Same state he is. It's a little creepy.
I got your move.
Villain's trying to join. Can you let him in? I trust
Yeah,
I trust Villain to not be like
invited
in
that
an
nigga
ep-
speak.
I gotta say I trust Villain to not be like in an Epsberg. So.
Villain.
Don't trust me. What the fuck? Stupid ass.
Hey, where is this from?
This is after Ishin like hits him with the Getsuga Tensho.
I mean, like where? Like what source is this?
It's the manga.
What chapter?
Chapter 406.
Can you show me that?
I mean, sure, like sure. Okay. I got off this. I'll just include the like chapter thing with it. You can also just go look at it on like Manga C since that's free or whatever. But here you go.
What is this?
It's Viz on mobile.
Can you show me that?
Oh my god. Okay. Here, I'll just stream my fucking phone 1 second. Can I stream in a stage VC? Can I do that? I don't know how else to show this.
No.
Well, fuck. I don't know how else to show this here. I guess I'll just.
Wait, what is he asking you to show?
He asked me to show this is from Viz.com, and I don't know how to show that other than
I mean,
streaming.
Draco, if you're
screenshot it.
fine with it, I can like confirm that this is
It's whatever.
Viz.
It's whatever.
This is
I'll
Viz
accept
on
that.
mobile.
I'll accept that. You know what? I'll accept your scaling. I'm just gonna contradict it with something of my own.
Okay, go ahead and
So we could-
contradict it.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna start by just giving my premise. I just think Yamamoto wins. Outside of that,
On
I'll
the
just say
basis
we
of
what do you mean on the basis of?
your premise is that he wins.
my
What's the
God.
basis for that?
No, that wasn't it.
What's your premise then?
I already gave it to you. Were you not listening?
Are you gonna pull this stupid "I believe" shit?
No, my premise was I think, and then you asked me, based on what? So I think you agree I held that belief. I think I would have just fulfilled the premise here.
Draco, the
Okay,
topic
I
the
don't
topic
fucking
of
care.
debate is Yamamoto
Bro,
versus
bro,
Aizen.
y'all
Not
not
who
about
thinks
to
what.
Yeah, that's relevant
Y'all
to the
not about
topic.
to-
Me thinking
No.
Yamamoto
Y'all
wins.
not about to go into another topic. Wait, shut up, both of you. First, I'm gonna ask Bubbles. Have y'all gotten to the final point on y'all original debate? Yes or no? Draco,
No,
don't ask
he-
me.
he-
Bubbles, I'm gonna ask you.
he
Draco,
literally
I'm gonna
just
ask you
agreed.
next.
We moved on.
He literally
I
just
gave him that.
agreed.
I gave him that.
He's already agreed to my
So
scaling
wait.
that
So
dictates Aizen
Bubbles, wait.
stronger.
So you conceded the first debate, right, Draco?
He's basically
No, this
conceded.
is the part of
Like,
the same debate.
I
We
thought you
moved
just
on
said
to
you
him.
gave him that.
I gave him his scaling. I said I was going to contradict it with something of my own.
Bro. Don't run that I think or I believe shit, bro.
I literally just
I don't
did.
care about that.
he agreed to no ratting. Like, can't you just fucking disqualify him for this
Oh,
bullshit?
okay, that doesn't matter. I don't even care.
Because he
We
read
can
it
run that.
first. though.
Is it over? Y'all face over?
He literally
Yes or no?
agreed to my scaling, so I don't know what the fuck he's trying
Bubbles,
to do.
I know how to judge.
And
bro.
I said I would contradict
I know how to
it. I didn't
judge.
agree to it. I said I'd accept it. I would just contradict it. And you said, okay.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I know how to judge. But are y'all finished? Yes or no?
I think we're finished, but Draco's being a
I mean,
fucking
since I
spur.
fulfilled my premise, I think we're finished. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Since y'all are finished, y'all niggas, specifically, I don't know what the fuck Draco, I don't know why you did this. I just don't know.
He was ratting out his neck.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you
Even though I
were.
don't think he was wait, shut up. But both y'all don't spur on each other. Even though I don't even think he's right, even if he was, he did not go as far as you. You went to
Him saying,
different
yes, he got
languages.
hit by an attack. Can you prove it actually damaged? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, in what world is that?
Oh my god, I gave an abductive argument as to why I argued that. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't
Whatever
care if you
y'all
gave an
talking about.
abductive argument as to why you did that. I don't care if your argument was even remotely true in some crazy, unlikely scenario.
I don't care if you gave an argument, he said.
Your
Okay.
argument in and of itself is absurd.
Well, absurd is subjective, so, nice argument there. But
Oh, absurd is not objective.
I never said it was objective. I
Okay,
said it was
y'all not
subjective.
about to get into another
Objective?
retarded ass
Okay.
debate. Man.
But, okay, I think what's been proven tonight is that Draco got fucking slammed by me and then had to rat out to try and beat me.
I think what's been proven is that you don't listen to what people are saying. You just rat out, and then it really comes to bite you in the ass later.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm still king of fucking Bleach now.
No,
I
you
scale
really
with the person who
aren't.
scales
My
above
premise
Demi.
was fulfilled.
Wait, hold up. Didn't I beat you in Bleach?
Shut the fuck
What
up.
you talking about,
Wait a
bro?
second. Wait a second. Hasn't Troy read less Bleach than me?
I haven't read it at all. This is what happened, right? He dropped every click and conceded. I was like, damn.
You're
The
such a
fuck,
spur.
Bubbles, why you just conceded? I was
Troy,
like, why you just conceded, bro?
Troy, no luck.
Oh, yeah.
Where is this
I'm
happening?
going to go dip into that.
Where is this
debate,
happening? I won't spurg. I just want to listen to this.
It's happening in a neutral server. I'm about to join, though. You want me to start it?
Yeah, send the invite to Draco. I'm going to go there as well now.
I won't spurg. I'll mute myself and shit.
All right, but I'm about to dip there, too. Both check the S for the invite, okay? Where the fuck is Draco's name is Ron? Oh, there it is. This shit is about to be good.